Hello, Siginator, back with another Garden Warfare 2 video ranking, and this time we're ranking my favorite class from worst to best, the Chomper. This is my opinion. Don't get too offended. There's only one of these, only the character in the last place I have dislike, and this is just Garden Warfare 2, so, like, Fire Chomper has been nerfed. I'm not going to include Chester Chomper. I also don't have Unicorn Chomper. And I never will get him because I only had a year to get him. Chester Chomper, if you didn't know, his gimmick was he would move faster, had less health, but he could swallow quicker. And that's pretty much what I have to say. On to the list. So coming last place, number 11, without doubt in my opinion, is the Chomp thing. This is the only Chomper I dislike. I mean, he does have one redeeming quality, which I will talk about in a sec, but he just does way too little damage for me for a spray Chomper. I mean, like the other Chompers, he has no effect. It's just a normal spray. The only really good thing about it is that he immediately heals after damage is done to him. I mean, that's enough to keep him out of bottom tier, but I still don't think he's a good character, as you saw on my tier list. Number 10, we have the regular Chomper. Just like what he said about the regular cactus in my cacti video, there's just nothing to say about him other than he's regular. I mean, I kind of have overlooked him as of late in the second game. I mean, he's still a Chomper. He can still do anything a Chomper can. I mean, if you just want to go simple, eat people, I still think he's good, but there's no, other than that, there's really no need to be other than Chomper besides Chomping. And one thing I do, he's better than Chomping is because I kind of prefer Chomp over Spray. I mean, there are good Spray Chompers who we'll get to later, and that's why regular Chomper's at the number 10 spot. But if you do, I did have fun with him to make him different. As you can, I also forgot, you can see the damage he does on the screen. 12 by the side, 22 on the front, 25 in the critical. But what I was saying is that I put my Chomp cannon on him to make it a little more fun when I actually do beat him. Number 9 is the Fire Chomper. It makes me very sad to say this. I mean, I want to enjoy this character. He's still decent, but he was way better in the first one. He might have been like top 3 in this first one. But what the deal is that they nerfed half his damage, so he does less damage on this one. And I mean, again, he's still Fire Spray. He still does damage afterwards, so he's still a fun character. I mean, all these characters are fun, except I guess even Chomping can be fun. Number 8, we have Count Chomper. Lots of people would put him higher, but again, like I say, from here on out, these are all good characters. I would recommend using them, but what he's seeing in the top bottom left corner, he heals immediately after swallowing him, and you know, you're probably thinking, but why is this character good, but Chomping isn't? Again, I like just Chomping better. He does more damage, and you know, he can heal after he swallows someone, so you're less likely to die after you burrow or chomp someone. Number 7, we got the Disco Chomper. This character, I waited 3 years to get this character. I still love him. I enjoy playing him, but a legendary Chomper could be a lot better than this. I don't really know what it could be, but this guy's basically, say, like he's a party Chomper. He does do more damage than regular. I mean, Zero X Fusion said he's the worst Chomper because he's just a Chomper with Disco Fever, but wouldn't that make the regular Chomper the worst? But like I'm saying, he's as good as he can get, and still beat him. Number 6, who I almost thought about putting in the top 5, we have the Armored Chomper. When the second game first come out, I believe he can still do this much damage in the first game. 50 damage he can do with, I don't know if that's without the upgrade. I think he can do 50 without upgrade, but with an upgrade in this one. But he does 45 without, which could 2-bite an imp. 50 can 2-bite a scientist, assuming the scientist has a health upgrade. And if you have a speed upgrade for this guy, he's usable, more usable, which I'm not. Yeah, which you have to get it at regular level 9. One thing I don't like, they did buff nerf his health from 225 to 215, but this character you get health upgrade sometime earlier, so I just used that. But I used that over the health upgrade. This is actually the first character in Garden Warfare 2 that I got to Specialist. You can see now I have him at Advanced 7. I mean, it's been a long time, but there's not much I have to say about Dama Chomper. I think he's kind of slept on, and definitely go use him. Bringing us to the top of the list, we have the Chomper. I don't understand why this character is so low on the tier list. He's a Chomper and he can shoot. He does ice damage. I don't know what more casts were, just because they don't like Chompers is my guess. And I mean, you can Goop's still useful. I mean, I used the Goop on him, but you could use a Chomp Cannon on this guy if you want, because you know the ice could freeze them, and I do have an ice and damage upgrade on this character. He's just come on, use this character, please. Unless if you're going up against me. Number 4, we have Power Chomper. This is another character I think slept on. He actually at one point was my favorite Chomper, but reason why I do think that he is the best electric character in the game. Yes, even better than Electro P. But as you can see, like all electric characters, he makes a chain of lightning doing damage. As you can see, I'm using the All-Star and its shield as an example. As it can do damage to multiple people, and he's really good for modes like Turf and Suburbanation. In third place is the Swat Jumper. I was really excited when this character came out, and he lived up to the hype by all means. Sure, I mean, this is only assuming you use the Twilight Warp instead of the Burrow. I mean, he's still good, but like, it's not that high without it. I mean, there's no really point being him if you're not going to use the Rainbow Warp. And if you can get across building beams on maps like Aqua Center, Boney Island, or Frontline Flats, he looks really good. Or doing this without him even noticing. So what basically makes him so good is you can get up to like superheroes and soldiers on maps, and so they can't just get away from you or play hide and seek. You can just find them easily, and that's why I have Twilight Chomper at number 3. Our runner-up is the Toxic Chomper, who for a really long time was actually my favorite. I do think he's, but the Spray Chomper, I don't understand why you say. I mean, he doesn't have to be an everyone's god tier like I have him, but I see him in the bottom. But I don't understand it. His spray, he's like the best Spray Chomper because I mean I think Toxic is one of the best elements. You know, he can just stand there. You usually don't take someone out by just standing there, but. Again, he's a Chomper. He can Goop, he can Spike Weed, he can do all of that. He's fun to play with. He's the first, not only is the first Chomper I maxed out, but the first plant I chomped out. Second character I chomped out. Second player I maxed out after Paleontologist. And please use this character. He's slept on way too hard. He's top tier, and I recommend you use him. And the number 1 Chomper in the game, in my opinion, and lots of others, is the Hot Rod Chomper. As of right now, I have him at Super. I just got him to Super Elite, and I didn't really discover who he was until I started playing this game AIM back in January. And he's just good. Unlike most Chompers, you can get really high KD with him. Or VD in this case. You can just what makes him so good is you can move faster, and him going faster definitely makes up due to lack of help. I don't even notice it. You just walk up to someone. You don't really need the regular Goop. Oop, and then once you do swallow them, you can just run away really quick from any bad scenario, and then you get off scot-free in a lot of scenarios, and you can go and do damage to another enemy, or if you have low health, you can just chicken away. And that's the reason why I think Rod Chomper is the best chomper in the game. Thank you guys so much for watching, but before we end it, here are all my stats for the Chompers, because I didn't show up for the Cacti or All-Star ranking. Thank you guys so much, and see you guys next time.